Today, it's the video you guys have all been waiting for. The test of our post-apocalyptic body armor from the challenge that me and Zach over at Frosty Ballistics are doing. And I have a very special volunteer who thought it'd be cool to wear my body armor while I test it out. Let's go say hi to him. Intro. What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Big Apple Ranch, and welcome back to the Post-Apocalyptic Body Armor Challenge. Today I want to introduce you to Jeff. Jeff was our first goat on the ranch, and Jeff is a jerk. He likes to eat boots, he likes to chew on your pants, he likes to push you around and headbutt you. Jeff is a jerk. So that's why today Jeff is going to be my test subject for my body armor. That's right, Jeff's gonna wear it while I shoot it. Just kidding, guys. Kind of. I wouldn't shoot at Jeff. He couldn't even wear the body armor if he wanted to. He's too fat. I'm watching you, Jeff. I'm watching you. Here's who's really testing out the body armor today, guys. I'm gonna tape this balloon to the back of it. I want to illustrate penetration. So I want to see if a bullet penetrates all the way through all of my material and through that clay tile in the back. Will it pop the balloon? Does it go all the way through and inflict damage? Like I said, this is part 3 of the 3 video series between me and Frosty Ballistics, where we talked about the build, we discussed the rules of the build, we went ahead and we showed you our builds, and now we're gonna test our builds. So link in his channel down in the description below. Make sure you go and subscribe to him. He's got a ton of cool gun content, and he does a lot of penetration testing in his own right. He's always shooting interesting things. So if you like to see bullet penetration tests, make sure you go check out Frosty Ballistics. Now today I'm going to be moving up from smallest to largest. So I'm going to shoot the 22 first, then I'm going to go to the 5.56, which, side note, if you caught my build video with my predictions on it, I don't think I'm going to stop the 5.56. I hope I do, but I don't know. Then I'm going to move up to the 30-06. Then we're gonna change distances. I'll be shooting all the rifle distances at 50 yards. Then I'll be changing distances going over to 20 yards, and I'll shoot it with a 12 gauge bird shot, buckshot, and then a slug. Whether I penetrate or not, I'm gonna continue on with the challenge to see what it stops and what it doesn't stop. I'm basically gonna just annihilate this armor just to put it to its limit, test it out really well, and we'll see how it does. It's pretty windy out here today, guys, but out here in Colorado it's pretty hard to escape the wind most days, so the mic might pick up a little bit of wind, but I've got the dead cat. It should be killing most of it. I'm gonna come down here to 50 yards, set up my body armor and tape this to it. Then I'm gonna come back here and we'll get going with the test. All right, guys, we're down here at 50 yards and I've got my body armor taped to my balloon target. I'm gonna go up there, we're gonna get ready to shoot this thing with the 22. We'll come down and check out the damage. All right, guys, so for my 22, I've got a Ruger 1022 here. Anybody that knows me knows that this is the gun I would recommend everybody. Anybody that's ever asking me about 22s or what gun they should start out with, even experienced gun collectors that want a 22 to go plinking, this is the 22 to do it. It's a time-tested, proven design. It's been around forever. I own several. This one's got a cheapo Barska scope on it. It's one of my first 1022s I set up with a Barska scope, and I have not gotten around to replacing that scope yet. The reason I own so many of these is you used to be able to purchase a kit to take 2 1022 actions and bridge them together in a chassis with a crank and make a Gatling gun out of 2 1022s. I don't think you can get them anymore. I haven't seen them in forever, but if you know where I could get one, hit me up. All right, guys, I'm gonna take a quick shot at that body armor, and I don't think that the 22 is gonna go through it. For ammo, I've got these 40 grain Federal Premium high velocity match bullets. I'm gonna really put the 22 to the test with these high velocity bullets and see whether or not it'll pass through that body armor. I don't think it will. All right, guys, I got her loaded up. I'm ready to take a shot. Looks like our balloon blew off of the back, but the wind is just terrible out here. Well, all right, guys, I heard a hit. Let's go down and check our target. We got a good solid hit on the top left of my target. Here we go right here. That's our entry hole. And I can't see down, but I don't think that even made it through the 2x4s. So I can feel it. I can feel the entry. Oh, it did. It hit the tin and it dented the small tubing. So it hit the tin, blew through that. Oh, there goes the balloon. Hit the tin, blew through that, came through the wood siding, and it hit my small tubing, and that is where it stopped. I don't know, guys, that's a little bit disheartening there. That 22 made it quite a ways through there. I don't think that 5.56 is stopping. I think that 5.56 is just gonna go right through it. All right, guys, so here's what I got for my 5.56. This is a Stag Arms, model Stag 15. I bought this gun in 2011, shortly before Obama's re-election. I got on that bandwagon and jumped on the gun buy scare. But I bought it, and the funny story about this gun is it almost turned me off to the AR platform. It did turn me off to the AR platform for a long time. This wasn't necessarily a cheap gun. By today's standards, maybe it was, but this was an $800 or $900 AR-15 in its time. Being New York, the stock is pinned. I live in Colorado now, so yeah, I could probably swap that out. But the thing that bugs me the most is for all that money, this handguard that they included with their gun, it's a Delta Ring style handguard, and it's got a lot of movement, and it drives me nuts. I did a few upgrades. I've got the angled foregrip here. I've got the Magpul MOE grip here. I've got the BCM Gunfighter charging handle, extended release. I've got a Magpul bad lever. I've done a few things. I put a Troy Industries rear sight and an MI front sight on it, but I never put an optic on it. And I've always said, since I started getting back into the AR platform, that I'm just gonna go ahead and build one that makes this one look stupid. Let me take a quick shot at our target. I don't think that the body armor is gonna be stopping this. All right, guys, let's take a shot. Let's go check out the damage. Well, we definitely hit it because it fell over. Yep, just about center mass. I don't know if you can see this. So here was our 22 hit. This is our center mass hit. Moment of truth. Holy cow, guys. Can you see that? It didn't pass through. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. I don't even see a dent. Holy cow. So guys, I'm looking all around for deflections and stuff like that. I'm not even seeing a dent in the back of this body armor. And it feels like our ceramic plate is still intact. I'll tell you what, you could not have convinced me that that body armor would have stopped a 5.56. I am impressed. With just a few household items. That's a NATO round. That's a common round. In the post-apocalypse, there's gonna be a lot of 5.56 running around. You get you some galvanized tubing, some small steel tubes, a clay tile, 2x4s, a roofing shingle, and you don't gotta worry about guys with ARs running around. You would not have been able to convince me that would happen. Well, all right, guys, here's my 30-06 example. This is a Savage Axis. It's just a cheapo Walmart special. They had these listed at $50 off in my local Walmart because they were getting rid of this model of Savage Axis to get in another model, but either way, $50 off the already cheap price. I couldn't turn it down. It's just got your cheap synthetic stock, you know, the stocks that the cheap entry-level rifles come with, and it's got a cheapo Weaver scope on it. I do have plans to buy a Vortex Diamondback Tactical 6-24 first focal plane scope to put on this gun. This is I'm a Vortex man through and through, and this gun needs a vortex. The ammo I'll be shooting today are these Hornady full bore 165 grain GMX. It's what I sighted it in with, so that's what I'm gonna use with it. I'm gonna get set up over here. We're gonna take a quick shot. Hopefully I don't eat my words on this one, guys, because I said that I thought that the 5.56 would blow through with its speed and the 30-06 would stop. We're gonna see how right I was. The wind's wanting to take the camera over, so I had to move you down to the ground and get you in a more stable position. So I'm gonna take my shot here, and then we're gonna go check out the body armor. I didn't see any movement on the body armor like I did with the 5.56, which probably means it blew right through. I would think if the body armor were to take up some of that force, that's what makes it move, but if it just blows right through, then the bullet never expanded and used all of its energy in the impact. We've got an impact here. Remember, this was our 22, this was our 5.56, this was our 30-06. We've got an exit hole here. It blew right through everything. Looks like it blew through both steel galvanized steels, and it also blew through my T-post. I think we just found the limit of my body armor, guys. It ain't gonna stop at 30-06. But I'm not done testing yet. I'm gonna take it up here and I'm gonna hit it with the shotgun rounds at 20 yards. Well, all right, guys, this is my submission for the 12 gauge portion of this contest. This is my grandfather's gun. My grandfather handed me this gun shortly before he lost his battle to cancer back in 2011. My grandfather was a great man, and I miss him dearly. My grandfather taught me a lot about fishing, hunting, like grandpas do. I learned my work ethic from my grandfather. I love the man, and I miss him dearly. I've got a lot of guns. This is my hobby, this is what I do. There are a lot of guns in my gun safe, a lot of nice guns. You could add up every gun I've got, and it wouldn't touch the value of this gun to me. There ain't a dollar amount on the face of the planet that could buy this gun. It just means that much to me. So I couldn't think of a better gun to use for this challenge. I love you, Grandpa, and I miss you. The wind's picking up pretty good, guys, so I'm gonna finish out this challenge. Couldn't stop the 30-06, which actually surprises me because I stopped the 5.56. But you win some, you lose some. We'll have to see what Zach does. I know he's gonna build something awesome, but hopefully he doesn't underestimate that 30-06 like I did. All right, so I've got my body armor set up on my pistol range now, down here next to my silhouette. Standing at my 20-yard marker, I've got my body armor set up right at my silhouette, which is what I measured my markers off of. So I'm gonna get my bird shot going first. We'll check out the damage. We'll get some buckshot action, check out the damage, then we'll throw a slug in there. I've got the camera posted up on the tripod right next to my 20-yard marker T-post. This wind's getting so bad that I've gotta use some paracord here and lash it to this T-post. I actually broke my camera a while ago on my Can I Split a Log with Tannerite video. While I was sawing that log with the chainsaw, the wind took the camera, rolled it over, smacked the viewfinder into the ground, and I lost all my signal to the viewfinder. So I'm so used to glancing over at this viewfinder on the camera, it's a Canon M50, to check to see whether I'm still in frame or if the shot's still focused. Well, I got so used to doing that towards the end of that video I forgot to zoom out because I didn't think about it. I couldn't see my viewfinder, but then I took the camera apart and fixed it, so we're all good. Well, all right, guys, let me go and grab some bird shot. I'll show you what I'm shooting, and then we'll get a load down range. I've got some bulk Winchester 7.5 shot. It's that $20 box you buy from Walmart. It's got 100 rounds in it. I'm gonna send one of these into that body armor. go check it out. So obviously the spread at 20 yards is gonna be pretty drastic. I expect to see some damage on the post above it. I know I probably hit below it, but there is no doubt that it hit. You can see a million hits. So, no penetration though. Although I cannot confirm or deny whether or not one came through this original hole that the 30-06 made, but I do have some birdshot damage behind the target, just above it. Birdshot damage right up here on the post. So, birdshot, no problem. I didn't really worry about the birdshot. I'm not too worried about any of the shotgun rounds, but who knows what I know? I mean, I wasn't worried about the 30-06 either. Let's get some buckshot loaded up. I've got some standard old 9 pellet double-aught buck here. I'm gonna load up one of these rounds. We're gonna send this into it. 20 yards. Let's go check it out. So fun fact, I love double-aught buck. I wish it was cheaper, but I really enjoy shooting it. All right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7. No, I think that was my 30-06. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, oh, maybe 7. Either way, over half hit it. Let's check out the back. No penetration. Now I'm cracked. I can feel it. It wasn't cracked like this just from the 30-06. That double-aught buck, I think it came through and just cracked the heck out of my ceramic. But we got a good hit. No penetration on the body armor, guys. So as of right now, granted, yeah, I mean, I had one bullet penetrate, but I would still use that in the post-apocalypse. I mean, I'm stopping everything except the 30-06. So use at your own discretion, I guess. All right, guys, so now we want to know what the real deal is. We want to see what happens when you hit this thing with the 12-gauge slug. I'm just as curious as you guys. Let me go and grab a slug, and we'll get back over here. We'll send it down range. This slug actually has a chance. I just read the box. It's a Winchester high velocity, 2 3/4 inch, 1 ounce slug, 1,700 foot per second at the muzzle. So let me get this loaded up, get some ear pro on. We'll send this down range. 1 ounce slug. I could see the hole from here. So I thought that I could see daylight through this hole. I think it was just a glare. I see a hole, but the closer I get, I don't see daylight. We'll see. It's pretty much dead center, just like the 30-06, so there may not have been much material to stop it. Nah, that blew right through. Okay, 12-gauge slug, blows right through, and beats the crud out of my post. Doesn't blow through the post though. Post is still intact. It's just cracked. That's all the calibers that we had planned for the challenge. But see, I brought a wild card. I got so confident that I wasn't gonna be able to pass through my body armor for some reason, because I'm stupid, that I had to bring a gun that I thought would do it. I'm not one for bringing guns out and not shooting them. So that's it for the challenge. That's everything me and Zach had planned. So my body armor stopped a 22 long rifle, a 5.56. Did not stop a 30-06. My body armor stops birdshot and buckshot. Does not stop a slug, a 1 ounce slug. So it ain't gonna stop this next gun either. This here, guys, this is an Ithaca model Mag 10. This is my 10 gauge. This is a huge gun. Long barrel. This is a bird gun. It might as well be a punt gun. This thing is tallest gun in my safe, the biggest shotgun I got, and it's a semi-automatic. I'm gonna be shooting a slug out of it. This is a Federal 3.5 inch Magnum, 1 3/4 ounce slug. It's moving a lot slower than that 12 gauge slug was. That 12 gauge was 1,700 foot per second out of the muzzle. This is only 1,280. But I want to see what it does to my body armor. 10 gauge slug. Man, you know you're shooting a gun when you shoot this thing. So I'm already seeing our hit. And I gotta tell you, it ain't good enough, guys. It ain't good enough. Nope. I grazed it. I grazed right by the side of it, right here. That's gonna require at least another slug or two. Just for comparison's sake, guys, this is a 12 gauge slug. 1 ounce, 12 gauge, 2 3/4 inch. This is a 10 gauge slug. 10 gauge, 1 3/4 ounce, 3.5 inch. It makes the 12 gauge look puny. Puny. Let's get this loaded up. Try to hit this thing center mass. 10 gauge slug. So right as I pulled that trigger, that camera decided to die. But I think I've got, oh yeah, we blew it apart, guys. There ain't much left. There ain't much left of this. That's your 30-06 and your 12 gauge slug. 10 gauge, 10 gauge. There's not much left. The 10 gauge passes right through. That was a low shot, but it hit the roofing shingle, hit the tin, hit the 2x4, hit the siding, hit both steel tubes and the cement plate. I know it's windy, guys, but thanks for checking us out here at the Big Apple Ranch. Make sure you go over to my buddy Zach's page, Frosty Ballistics, link in the description down below. Check out his side of the challenge. Figure out who won. Did he stop the 30-06? Did he stop the slug? Go find out. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe below. It really helps me out. Keep posted for my next video. I'm out.